As a police officer, what is one instance where you couldn't decide whether to arrest someone or let them go? Responded to a call once where loss prevention officers at a retail store had detained a woman and her 3-year-old child under suspicion of shoplifting. They advised that the woman was observed, via security camera, selecting a pair of $5 flip-flops and putting them into a concealed pouch in the child's stroller and passing all points of entry without attempting to pay for the item. Under the law, concealing an item is evidence of intent to steal, and combined with passing all points of sale is solid probable cause for arrest. When I talked to the suspect, who spoke little English, she said that her child was sick and she just needed to get a few new outfits for work and for her other child. The child with her had a face full of snot and was clearly sick. She stated that the flip-flops were the first item she selected and that she placed them on top of the stroller, but they kept falling off, so she tucked them in the pouch. She continued shopping, ultimately selecting and paying for over $200 in clothing items. She had simply forgot about the flip-flops. When confronted, she offered to pay for the flip-flops but was told she couldn't and that she was going to be arrested. The security footage revealed that she had placed them on top of the stroller and they fell off twice before she placed them in the pouch. The loss prevention officer also confirmed that she offered to pay when confronted. The woman had technically committed a crime and the loss prevention officer was adamant that the woman be arrested and issued a trespass warning. I did not feel that an arrest was appropriate, but my sergeant insisted that an arrest be made if the victim wanted it. The only discretion I was left with was to issue a notice to appear in lieu of physical arrest. When told that she would be given a court date and released, the loss prevention officer became angry and demanded a physical arrest. While finishing my paperwork, I explained to the woman that she would be trespassed from the business and that if she were to get home and some of the clothes didn't fit, she would be unable to return to the store to exchange or return the items. It took her a minute, but she understood what I was saying and asked if she could return all of the items before she was trespassed. I agreed and escorted her into the business so she could return her items. As we were finishing up the return, the store manager noticed I was with someone in the customer service area and asked if there was a problem. I explained that the customer was returning over $200 in clothing because she may not be able to do so at a later date due to the trespass she was about to receive for shoplifting $5. The manager became extremely angry. Not at me or the woman returning $200, she was angry at the loss prevention officers. I found out the loss prevention officers were contracted through an outside company. While I was finishing up the trespass warning back at the woman's car, I was approached by the store manager who was holding a large bag. She asked if she could give the woman the item she had bought because she felt horrible about the situation. I agreed and the manager gave the items to the woman and they both cried and hugged. A few days later, when the misdemeanor case was assigned to the state attorney, I reached out to the attorney and explained what happened and how I felt that although there was probable cause to make an arrest, that I felt that the loss prevention officers acted in bad faith. The attorney agreed and, with a few emails back and forth, the charges were dropped. Follow-up: a few weeks later I again responded to a shoplifting call at that business. When I arrived, I noticed the loss prevention officers were not the same ones as before and had different uniform shirts. The store manager walked up with a giant smile and stated that she informed the corporate office what happened and that they terminated their contract with the previous security company.